Thank you for clicking on our video and welcome to MoneyPot Sports Podcast. Going to be a little bit different. As you can tell, the name has been rebranded, and it's because of the regulations and the restrictions that YouTube has now put on our channel. What does that mean? We'll still give you the same content that you expect from us, but it's going to sound a little bit different. It's going to look a little bit different, but it'll still be the same guys giving you the best things that they do each and every week. So if you're new to YouTube, make sure you log in, make sure you hit the subscribe, and make sure you turn off your restrictions. If you go to the general settings, you can see down at the bottom, you can turn off restrictions and you will see all our videos from the past. If you're or an existing viewer or subscriber, you might need to change this setting as well because it might be on by default. Thank you and enjoy the show. But I want to talk a little bit about Kentucky and Georgia, this old SEC matchup here. And as we look at Georgia ranked number 12, and we look at, edge calculations, it's a bad matchup here, in my opinion here. Georgia just lost last week to Bama. Kentucky coming in. But when I was looking at Kentucky and looking up at the matchups that these teams have had, Kentucky really hasn't. They played some teams here, as you can see, but they lost to some teams that really weren't that good, and they don't really score a lot of points, right? They had that one score with Eastern Michigan right here at 48-23, but just playing South Carolina, they lost 35-13. Ole Miss 30-23. No, thanks for the upcoming price change. Yo, everything is going up, like everything. Disney, Hulu, ESPN. Like everything you could think of on stream, like it's starting to get close to cable.
Yeah, you're right there.
Yeah. But if you look at Kentucky, man, Kentucky's got a crazy run here. Georgia, Texas, Tennessee, Auburn, Florida. Like they're more likely going to lose every game in this game coming up. But going down to Athens, going down to Georgia, I like Georgia as a top contender here. I think it's going to be a tough game for this offense to get going. When you look at the Kentucky offense, and I was looking at the statistics here, they have two quarterbacks how they're trying to figure out on how to play here, but they don't really have anybody that stands out. They're very low end of the statistics from an offensive output standpoint. I mean, they barely got over 1,100 yards, and we're in game 5.
Mm.
So offensively, they're really, really struggling here. You can just tell their number one receivers a tight end with 7 receptions. This is over 4 games, right? They are a running team first, as you can see. Seth McGowan has 7 touchdowns, 387 yards. But they are not offensively strong here, and their defense is not really middle of the pack, kind of a little bit less. So with a pissed off Georgia team at home, SEC matchup, I like the top contender here, and I will be looking. Let me see. Hold on. Let me look for my key here for. Let me see. Hold on. Let's look at the key here. What we got here? For a total score outlook here. I will be looking at a total score outlook. So my total score, I don't think both teams will get to that total score. So I like that total score. We're going deep under the water, as they say, under the water. For that total score. So that's what I'm looking at for that game. That's think one of the better analysis, I think, of this week where this goes. I'm not sure how Kentucky's going to score a lot of points. Just not 100% sure on that one. So, damn,
No,
that was tough.
that was
That
very
was
tough.
hard as hell.
And it
Jesus.
jumps right on you because you start talking regularly. Then it's like you got to think,
Yeah, that was hard as hell.
But I like it. I do think Kentucky will have a hard time scoring the football against Georgia defense.
Yeah.
I think Georgia, being home, that was a pretty tough loss for them at home last week between the hedges. I agree. I think they do get back, and right the ship a little bit. There's not too much more Georgia can do besides probably win it all to continue on their playoff path, as they have some tough games still ahead of them. Do we know what that number is? Looks like 48.5. So we're going to go under the water of that.
Yep.
Sure. I do like that. And I also probably think about Kentucky's team's total points also.
Yeah.
I can imagine it being no more than 10.5.
Yeah, their total score outlook. Let me bring it up. Man, I struggle for that one. Let me look it up real quick. They are, I thought so too as well. Their total team outlook is 13 points.
Yeah, I would definitely look at that for sure.
Yeah.